Hi guys, welcome to your Moon in Libra reading. We're going to be taking a look at the dates of March 8th to March 10th, 2023. But you guys know how this goes. It doesn't matter what reading I ever post. We are dealing with, I almost said laundry, so that's for somebody here. We are dealing with energy. And so the way energy works is that it just does what it wants. There's no time, no space, no limitations at all. If it resonates for you, then chances are it's for you. And if it doesn't, I would invite you to consider that it has manifested fully in front of you. So there is something for you, and perhaps you need to take a double take, or maybe you need to sit and allow the energies to unfold a little bit more. But either way, it's such a great opportunity to sit with our guides, yay, our spirit team, and who are watching us watch these videos and make these videos. It's a wonderful time to spend time with them and ask for their insight, okay? So it's very early in the morning. I'm here. I'm awake. My third eye is awake, but I don't know about the rest of me. But anyway, 1 minute 11 seconds. If you are interested in working with me on a more compassionate level, oh how sweet, I love that. Exciting. With a hot beverage, dear God, all day, then you know exactly where to find me. We do everything, whatever it is that you need, from intuitive counseling to actual energetic work, bringing in your soul's desires, contracts, all of that good stuff, shadow work, etheric, surgery, cord cutting, wake up. I'm here. 1 minute 44 seconds. Hello. Anyway, and mentoring and all that good stuff. Let's jump in. Guys, I just laid these cards and look, I'm barely getting through this spiel, and now I'm finally looking at what's on here. This, if you follow my channel, first of all, gracias. Thank you. Thank you so much. And gracias a Dios. And thanks everybody. But if you've been following my channel recently, then you understand that Spirit has been really addressing the movement of energy that's happening right now, which I will call initiations. Now, people go through initiations all the time. There's no set schedule and whatnot. But if you are tuning into this reading and whether or not you know it's for you, it could be, maybe for some of you it's not, but either way, I hope you're entertained. 2 minutes 34 seconds. If you're tuning into this reading, I mean, look at these cards. Invitation to connect. Look at this, third eye, pineal perspective. Then you know, if you've been following my channel, you know that they're going through initiations right now, period. In other words, a whole new set of people are awakening now, and they are being guided through their orientation processes, right? And everybody, regardless of whether you're new on the scene or you've been doing this for a while, you are being put through your paces right now when it comes to your pineal gland, your third eye, your perceptions. Why? Because remember that if you have a sacred contract, if you have a contract for sacred service and you're tuning into my channel, right, then I can confidently tell you that a major part of your job is your ability to stay, yes, sane, but to stay connected and aligned with source energy, in the highest and purest vibrations of source energy. So in other words, now we're talking about love and your ability to stay connected. First of all, to connect, because a lot of people are out here moving like empty vessels, and this is understandable because the world is very harsh in many ways, and so we tend to shrivel up and dissociate and all sorts of stuff on the inside. But Spirit has been calling us into service, and the first step is to get the heart back online. So get in touch with your heart, set the intention to have your heart that is alive again, a heart full of love. We all know the song, right? Also, from that space of having the willingness to have an open heart, it's incumbent upon you to also ask that your heart, which is now the driving force, you're setting the intention for your heart to align with source, the highest vibrations of source, and to then be the driving force for sorry guys, I'm still waking up. I'm here, everybody. The driving force for all that you do. And from that place, your divine heart directs and aligns your other chakras, all of your other chakras. So you're unifying your field into a state of divinity. And what beat are you moving to? Well, you're disconnecting. This is the process. This is the learning. That's why the third eye is very important as well. You're learning to disconnect from that which is not real. So in other words, you're learning to disconnect from all of the forms, people, places, things, situations, ideas that are built upon your core belief in the existence of fear. Remember, fear is not real. If you're incarnated on this planet, you are in a state of fear. This is an occupational risk that those who come for the sake of volunteering and for being of service, coming from all over, the universe or the universes or wherever you guys are coming from, right? You understand that getting into this job risks your own completeness, your own wholeness, right? So you fragment in order to come in here 5 minutes 55 seconds, and in order to help others to, in this nightmare, this is just a land of dreams, in this nightmare, to awaken as well to what's going on within them. Once we become aware of what's going on within us, hey, the game's over, because the game is being run because of our mind. And please understand that when I say the game, it doesn't mean that I'm trivializing what's going on, oversimplifying, or pains when we really lose people, when we're really hurt by others, when massive atrocities occur. You have to understand that those are real things that are not real, but anyway, those are very impacting. That's a better way of saying. That's a very impacting thing that's happening. When these things happen, it is because people are in the wrong state of mind. They're not in their heart, and so they are creating major impacts on other people, and these things keep us stuck in the land of dreams. Let's make it more simple. Remember Inception? Remember how they kept going a layered... First of all, if you watched Inception, thank you, okay, but I'm also speaking to people who actually understood what the hell they were watching. So if you two were on the 45th watching of that movie, right? There was a lot going on in there, but the only thing I would like to touch upon is the idea of having different levels of the dream. Remember, in real life, they're on an airplane somewhere. Okay, it's been long enough, so forgive the spoilers. In real life, they're in an airplane somewhere, and someone's been slipped a drug, and now everyone's sleeping, and somehow the tech is there for them to enter into your dreams, right? And now we're all co-dreaming in some guy's head, and the whole point is, don't alert his subconscious mind, to that this is a dream and that other people are in it. So we have to just roll with the punches and make little movements so we can implant ideas into his head so that he can what? Make the changes we want, so he can arrive at the changes we want on his own, quote unquote. And then when he wakes up and he's like, oh, I think I will do this thing. But guess what? He was totally coerced in his dream. See? So this is kind of the same way. But if he gets alerted while in his dream that this whole thing is BS, now we have a problem, because now his entire subconscious mind, his entire everything is going to be targeting and looking for these intruders. And what better way to get into to become alert and get into your right frame of mind than when you feel that your whatever has been breached, your safety, your security, your bank account, or whatever. Now there's attention, right? Something's going on. You may not know what, but it's time to start looking. And so that's the kick, right? So when you get the kick, the guides are chiming in, because remember, that's what they called it. They would agree upon a certain song that if in the dream they hear, the intruders, if in the dream they hear that song, it's time for them to get out of the dream. And so the kick, and it would be like a song, right? So for us in this world, basically, long story short, hopefully not having thoroughly confused you on this morning, you're dreaming. Hello, you're dreaming. It feels real. Of course it feels real. Because guess what? You're in physicality, and what you dream and what you believe becomes a physical experience. And so, yes, if you get slapped across the face, you just got slapped across the face. You felt it. It hurt. It created more feelings. Now you're in your feelings. Now you're angry, and you're not turning the other cheek because you are in a state of wanting vengeance, and you may have martyrdom, and everyone hits me, and I guess I should just take it. You may be a victim. Why does this always happen to me? I'll never get up again. Oh, and this is just serving to do what? Keep you in the dream state. Keep you in the land of your narrative. Keep you in the land of your stories. But the kick is when you have these events happen to you. The hope is that you will take stock and be like, hold on a second, what happened? How did it feel? Where did it affect me? How is this affecting my ability to think about myself, to feel about myself? Am I responding in love, or am I just reacting on autopilot? Am I aware of the actions that I have taken? And this runs very deep, right? Am I aware of the actions that I have taken in order to allow this to play out in this way? Am I willing and ready to take actions to do my best, to do my due diligence, to have this no longer occur for me, or to never put this kind of energy or action out into the world against others? It's like, what are you doing? Spirit's just watching. What are you doing? And all we can do is give you kicks and kicks and kicks in the form of life events, but also in the form of callings, right? And you feel a tugging in your heart. When you turn on your TV and you see something, do you turn away from it? Do you allow it to touch your heart? Then what do you do with it, right? When you sit and you watch these Jonelle Bean videos, right? Oh, does it go in one ear and out the other? Do you take action steps? Do you really sit down and say, am I alone? Right? Or is it just a party trick to be like, oh, am I in a simulation? Oh, is it really all me? Do I have past lifetimes? Oh, whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to go back and do whatever I'm doing. Go back to sleep, right? 11 minutes, 55 seconds. The beautiful thing about all of this is it's your choice. Listen, we out here. You can be around here on this lifetime cycle for many lifetimes. It's your choice. Nobody is rushing you. I mean that. No one's rushing you. But wouldn't you like to experience what it feels like to be more in control of your life? Wouldn't you, for 1 second? Aren't you a little bit curious about what it is that you think you're seeing and what you think that you feel that you're feeling? Aren't you curious when A Course in Miracles teaches us that we are not actually having a real experience, that all we are experiencing are the effects of our misbeliefs, of our making? Aren't you curious about what all that means and how it applies to your life? You don't have to be, because, we're not out here trying to coerce. And that's a major step. Always look for coercion. When people are trying to coerce you into something, they're trying to sell you on something, they're trying to convince you about something, they're trying to gaslight you about something. There's subtle manipulation. There's, mood altering stuff. You have to understand this is the life that you're in. It's like, wake up, 13 minutes, 13 seconds. 13, is that a lucky number or an unlucky number? How about who gives it, right? How about learning that your questions shouldn't be built upon other people's frameworks? Yeah, in someone's framework, 13 has significance. Maybe there's some type of sacred geometrical structure that underlies the number 13. Maybe numerology has something to play with this. Maybe the Pythagorean whatever theorem, whatever, it has something to do. Maybe the devil is out here making a mockery with the number 13. Maybe it's an unlucky number here. In some cultures, it's not an unlucky number, right? Who knows, right? Maybe you heard your grandmother say this. At some point, you have to be like, I don't give a, I don't care. Who told me that? Who told me that? You told me that. Well, who told you? Well, I read that somewhere. Well, who told that person who wrote it? Well, this and that. Da, 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 da. At the end of the day, just knock it out. Get rid of it. The idea is like, hold on a second. This idea, God, please tell me more, God, or whoever you are, whatever you are, and maybe at the end of the day, there is only you. Hello. Who knows? And it doesn't matter. There are so many ways that your mind can be engaged. And you have to understand that here on this planet, especially at this time when you're literally smack dab in the middle of the information age, you have all sorts of things in the etheric field, in the astral planes, and all of these things that are affecting you that you don't realize. Your dream state is implanted in many ways you don't realize. You've got marketing that is just all over. You've literally got EMFs hanging out in the air. You've got all sorts of stuff. And then you've got people just with different beliefs, that just because something sounds right doesn't mean it is. At the end of the day, you have to get back to yourself, and you have to find yourself. And learning to anchor yourself means going back to your awareness. And awareness can be simple. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be esoteric. It doesn't have to be any of this stuff. Just get back to the basics. And the basic is this: am I in a state of love, or am I in a state of fear? And you have to do your due diligence to understand the difference between the two. That's the homework. 15 minutes, 51 seconds, 1551. That's the homework. If you're expecting people to come and give you all the answers, then please, by all means, continue to do what it is that you're doing. But you need to know, what am I doing? What's my hardware? Your hardware is simple. You've got your body, you've got a physical body, and that is just a carbon copy of what's going on in your energetic bodies, of which you have quite a few. They're up there. And so it is your job to deduce, hey, if I have one physical body, which allows me to connect to this physical dimension, but I have all these other non-physical bodies that have been written about for thousands of years, that have been convoluted over time, of course, the discourse, but it's got to be real. There's something going on. Why do I choose to believe when I look on TV and someone's like, oh, that's stupid, oh, just pump your body full of this and do this, and get rid of all of that. Turn off the sources that are competing with the one true source. The one true source is your heart. That is the heart chakra. It connects your 3 lower chakras to, well, actually all of your lower chakras, because there are many, to your higher chakras. The heart connects you 17 minutes, 17 seconds. So wouldn't it behoove you to understand what this major organ is in your body? Okay? When am I vibing with the healthy state of this heart chakra? When am I out of alignment with this healthy state of this chakra? In order to assess that, one of the things that you're also going to be working on at the same time is your ability to see. In fact, look right underneath. Loving compassion, third eye. One of your golden keys in this lifetime, especially at this time, is going to be your ability to discern those who are in the heart space and those who are not. Yeah, wow, it's so funny. We're doing this, we're saying this, and it's normalized to say this and do this and believe this and be this and feel this way. And I can wear these same slogans on my body, and I can eat foods that have these slogans, and oh my God, but yeah, have you looked at the body count? How many hearts have been broken over these ideas that are just pumped into your mind for free for other people, but you're actually paying subscriptions to all sorts of things. And then again, these are fun. It's all great to do fun streaming. It's fun to engage in all the stuff of the world can be fun, but you have to know where to put it. You have to understand what it is, and you have to understand it's not real, and you have to understand that it's for pleasure, and then that should only be limited. Everything in moderation, right? Yeah, this show is amazing. Yeah, because it's fun. It inspired me to do this. I launched my business because of this. I felt more. I learned more. I built upon my empathy, and I learned about what's out there. And yeah, that's great. And now, when you're done watching it, go ahead, turn it off, get back into your heart space, get centered, and understand that you were just already in a dream, dipping further into another dream that was curated and constructed. Well, that was constructed by others and then curated by others to reach your living room, right? And even this very app that you're watching me on, you have to understand, if you've never owned anything in your life, if you've never led something in your life, for example, led a group, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's in your family, if you've never been entrusted to do some type of project management or whatever, then you may not, hold on. I have to address this on the window. Then you may not be able to appreciate the level of manipulation of things that go into structuring something for other people. One sec, guys. So as I'm back, yay, I didn't really go anywhere, but so as a teacher, having had a lot of classroom experience, teaching is just people management. Okay, it's people management. Management, Jay, what do you mean? Well, I'm supposed to impart something to this group of people, and I have to assess what their needs are in this moment, see where they are, what's going on with them, and plan what I'm trying to impart to them and package it in a way that's going to hold their attention, get their attention, speak to them, lead to retention, have a change. You know, there's so much that goes into it. This is the same as any company, any group leading, anything. And it's understandable. So there's a certain level of planning and strategizing that goes in. And I'm monitoring them to see what's up so I can respond accordingly. And this is why being a teacher, it doesn't matter what you're teaching, to teach someone how to tie their laces or pay their taxes or language or anything. It's very important to have proper attention to the responsibility you carry, because a lot of people are out here teaching and they don't even respect the vessels that they're teaching to, right? They're like, oh, just another person, oh, it's just another paycheck for me, it's just another mouth that I have to like hear during my day. Oh, I don't really care with these people, they don't know much. So you have to understand that people are out here being people in their own minds, in their own emotions, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, all sorts of stuff. So when we are consuming the stuff in this world, we have to understand that everything comes with a bit of a price. And you can lessen that price that you have to pay, which is the fragmentation of yourself, the getting you away from your own authority, right? You can lessen that by understanding that, oh, this is just a pool of water. I'm going to dip my finger or my foot in and experience. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead, dip it out, return to center, and remember, I'm on the land. But don't just go diving straight into everything you do, and now you're caught up in that. You see something, you think that's what success looks like. So now you're looking like success, you're acting like success, you're feeling like it, you're treating people like how you would or should if you're in alignment with this idea of success. Who are you? What's your identity? So right now, as the moon is transiting Libra, the energies that are coming through for you today in this collective, the messages coming through this channel, are to remind you, hello, you are a sovereign person. You are responsible for what you do, and your responsibility is well clocked by Spirit, because Spirit does not see you as somebody lost in the sauce down here. They're like, you knew what was up. We sent you down here. You agreed. And you understood the assignment. And now you're in here, and we're trying to get you to wake up so that you can get what you need to get done. Now, yes, we can all say, but I kind of got lost in the sauce. I get it. But you are still responsible for what's going on. I can't go to the boss and be like, oh, sorry, I didn't have that major report done because somebody put it on my desk and it got lost in all the papers that I had and I didn't see it. And if I'd seen it, I totally would have, okay, at the end of the day, the report's not done. This says there's something you need to do on your desk. You need to start cleaning up your desk. You need to change the way you operate. You need to wake up and realize the importance of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because you're out here being middleman. And you said you could handle this, and so we could handle our side and we could work together and get stuff done. 24 minutes, 42 seconds, that's 2442, right? We're working together. And so that's why it's very important that you, oh, what was the word I just said? I said like 3 words. Collaborate, align, and I forgot the other, sorry. My bad. It was so quick. But look at how these two mirror each other. Heart, mind. So I was thinking the other day, I was like, well, guys, this is me, my thinking voice, guys. And I was asking them questions. I was like, but. And then I realized, oh my God. Because I'm like, okay, these things come through me and like just saying what's coming through. But I'm consuming it just as much as you guys are, right? And I'm using my own little peanut head to find out what's happening and trying to bring my heart to it and trying to understand. But I have questions too. And then I realized, okay, I see what their long game is, okay? Well, we know this. My job, the way I've gleaned it so far, is to work with people who have contracts. Certain contracts. It's not my business what the contract is, right? You guys know that. But contract for sacred service with whomever or however, whatever. And my job is to connect with you during this process, from awakening all the way up to you're already doing your stuff, to help you to see, own, and heal your projections, to see your stuff, to work on those misperceptions, to get back to a place of balance so you can do what? Take control of your life. When you take control, you can then get to work doing what it is that you need to do. So I was like, okay, I know that. But then I realized the guides are really bringing in this idea of aligning and syncing up with. They're showing this long rope and then here syncing up. We're good to go. Somebody out there is like, yeah, we're good, right? With your divinity. And that's one way of saying it, but syncing up with the highest vibrations of source that you can get. Syncing up with whoever your team is. For some of you, they're on ships. For some of you, I don't know where they are, right? But the point is, some of you know exactly where they are. And some of you are like, hello, God, is that you? And it doesn't matter. Just keep going from where you are. But the whole point is to get you aligned. So what we're looking at here, and I'm using these Beyond Lemuria cards. I only bring these out when we're talking about really high frequency energies. And sometimes the energy is so high I can't actually interpret what it is that they're trying to say. But to summarize this, divine heart, divine mind, okay? And there's a third component that they haven't really, I noticed, been talking about, 27 minutes, 27 seconds, but it will be spoken about, and we can glean what it is here, divine will. Those 3 right there, that's your stamp. Who do you serve? It doesn't matter. I know who I serve is being well served when I'm in my heart at its highest and most optimal frequency. I know that I'm serving whoever, whatever, when my third eye, ooh, wow, guys, I could not even hold on to that, which makes sense because right now, as I told you, the guides are doing eye tests for us. Right now, we're doing a lot of assessments. If you've been following my channel, then you've probably seen that. God bless you, buttons. So, okay, I'm gonna hold on to it, guys. I'm going to hold on to it for us, right? But yeah, so I know that my service, my whoever, because I don't need to get lost into forms and blah, 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 whoever is well served when I'm in my right mind. Look, I'm trying to talk about it, and look how the shadow, where is the shadow coming from now all of a sudden? Like okay, guys, hold on. I am going to hold this fully in the light. No, nothing. Okay, here we go. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay. All right, Spirit. Now what are you going to do, right? An earthquake. Just kidding. Right? You get my point. So we're trying to get into that. Trying to get on here. They're like, look at this. We're trying to give this to you, but it can't even show itself, all your shadows, right? And so This is where we are. So Spirit is really out here working with us, and I am just so happy. Can I just hug my cards for a second? Oh, I'm just so happy. If you know me, you know I love what I do. God is good. God is good. Somebody's good. I don't know, but my heart is happy when I see other people happy, and that's nice. Look. Speaking of, ooh, when you are in, oh, there, sorry, I'm at this window. When you are in, look at this. Look at the heart. When you are in your heart space and your passions have a chance to be flowered, guess what? I mean, that's just value for you, and that's value for others. And that's where we are. So Spirit is like, hello, welcome. Thanks for that little opening spiel. I'm like, thank you. Running away. This card is just waiting. What is this? A grand symphony. It's so cute because now they're showing this, they're like queuing it up. I don't know what song's playing. Right? And it's like, yeah, we're at a banquet of some sort. So as you know, a lot of us have been, a lot of you, whoever these messages are for, your energetic field has been going through some things because some higher part of you is rising up, is raising in frequency, is, I have to be honest, being initiated into other things. And that's why you are feeling that here on this physical level, where now you're seeing this come through my channel. You've probably seen this idea of upgrading, leveling up, taking on more responsibility, getting clearer in the third eye, making sure you're in your heart space. All these things are coming through a lot of different channels. Your job is to tune into the highest of them. Of course, you know, zooming in and out, this is one of the abilities of the third eye that they're going to be working on. And you see that I try to do that often in my readings. That's why I'll read at a higher dynamic, 31 minutes 13 seconds, where we're just looking at the flow of the energy, the structure. And then down here at a lower frequency or more detailed frequency, we are looking that then you start to see the forms, like, oh, divorce, oh, people are plotting against you, oh, you're going to have a new car situation, oh, your money is coming through, and oh, right, all of this stuff, that is the land of details, and that's going to be different for each of you. But when you stay connected and you allow your perception to always be able to be at a higher level of reception, a higher level of perception as well, what you're doing is you are allowing yourself the ability to not get lost in the sauce. Because if you're down here, it's very easy to get stuck. Now everybody's telling you details, you're seeing details on TV, you're having experiences of details. Oh, this person did that. Oh, well, you should read this book because this made me, oh, he said what? Oh my God, I think I'm going to quit my job because blah, blah, blah. All of that, whew, right? The world is filled with that, but you need to always come back to the higher levels. And as you raise your frequency, you start to see the world differently. You see patterns, you see shapes, you hear differently as well. Spirit speaks to you differently, right? Initiation by fire. Look, this is what we're talking about. Initiation, invitation to connect, right? Welcome to the banquet. You know, you're in your orientation process, and now we're all having this lovely meal. God bless. And you all know already that we've been calibrating and reconfiguring some things for you in the heart space over especially since October at 33 minutes 3 seconds, and we're definitely working on your third eye chakra. I don't know if you guys remember, but we were doing a lot of third eye chakra work last year around this time as well. Third eye chakra, yeah, last year around this time, I think February, March. So if you January, February, March, so if you feel like you want to go back and see those videos, feel free, it's all there. Anyway, initiation by fire 22, that's alignment. Okay, and that's not just 11:11, that's 22. That's that higher alignment. Oh, as I looked at the time, it was 33 minutes 33 seconds. They're bringing you up, you're elevating your consciousness. Thank you, Spirit. So a lot of you are asking, well, now what? This is my now what card. Something has been given unto you and now you're holding it. Like, now what? Well, I don't know. let's zoom out a little bit, and let's look at what's going on in your life. Of course, we've been speaking a lot about the energetic changes, the shifts, the adjustments, the attunements, all of that that's happening for you. And these things are kind of always happening for us, but sometimes we have really major ones, and you'll know because they coincide with major moves in your physical life that correspond with you stepping into something healthier, even though it may not feel like that at the moment because it may hurt around these major life events. But those are the echoes, because the physical world is just a carbon copy, right? Those are the echoes of some larger movement and restructuring process that goes on in your field at another level. So moving forward, and the guides are saying, very importantly, when you see these telltale signs of making moves, making major moves, having major ideas come to you, it is your sacred duty for your own good. They're saying it's for your own good to mind who you tell about it, what you do about it, what you tell yourself, right? What your actions are, what you believe to be the case. Because you see how here, even though you are fully in the light, fully, with spirit, you're there in the light, you've got your initiations going on, you're bringing yourself up, your vibration. You notice half of this card is cast in darkness. When the light comes in, it casts darkness because it's showing like look, the light is coming in on this beautiful lampshade, and wow, yeah, it's clear, so now the light can be seen there by us. But when something's obstructing the light, a lot of us can't see this structure because it's in our energetic field, but we can perceive of the shadow there in our life on this third dimension. And that shadow is you can glean it by seeing how you react to things, seeing what triggers you, seeing what your mood is, seeing what kinds of toxicity you allow into your life, and what kind of toxicity actually you invite into your life because it feels good, it's pleasurable. Now, once somebody helps you, or you manage to see, this is what this is, and it's never what you think it is. It always goes back to you and a core belief that's all about you, not about your parents, not about anything. It's about you, right? Once you see what this is and you dispel it, now that structure is gone, and so the light can now flow, and anything that was built upon this projection here onto your field is going to fall away. A great example of that is let's say somebody sees this lamp and they're like, wow, I love that design, that's beautiful, what is it? And everyone's seeing different things. Someone's seeing 3 penises, someone's seeing 3 fingers, someone's seeing a picket fence, without the little crossbars. Somebody's seeing three pokey, whatever, right? And I'll take that lamp. I'll take that lamp. I'll bid on that lamp. I'm going to fight you for that lamp because this is amazing. Or I think that lamp would look great. I'm just going to steal it, right? Or, you know what? What a cute lamp. Everyone's wanting that. It's trending. I'm going to go make a whole bunch of them. People are doing all sorts of things based off of what they're seeing there. And the truth is, it's shadow cast from some structure that's toxic. So we heal it. And now all the buyers and the bidders and the fighters and the thieves and all of those people, 37 minutes, 37 seconds, will leave because they don't want a blank, white, shining, bright lamp. To them, that's boring. Do you see what I mean? So anyway, Spirit is out here trying to mend our eyes to remind us that we are in the land of shadow, but light is around. Light never goes away. The only thing that's happening is things are blocking our view of the light. What's blocking our view of the light? We are, because we are allowing our minds to believe certain things. When you're at a higher frequency and you're at the highest, you don't believe in the stuff of nightmares, right? You are more like the Christ-like consciousness. And this is not a religious thing, by the way. It just refers to your holy template, the you in your wholeness, in your pristine way, in your awareness of all that is. 11 minutes. I said 11 minutes, 11 seconds, but it was 38 minutes, 38 seconds, right? But down here, you're in a fragmented state. And you know that because now you're going to believe in duality, in light and dark, and good and bad, and good and evil, and God and the devil. And this is duality thinking. It's all duality. And so when you start to allow yourself to be ideologically flexible, this means you're allowing your structures inside, you're giving yourself the permission to have softer beliefs, softer energetic structures. So that allows you to shift in and out of those and allows you to bring more information in. So what? You can raise your frequency by raising your awareness and healing your perceptions. That's why when you heal your perceptions, you're better able to see what's going on. When you're in your heart space and aligned with the divine heart, you are even that much better to spot the fakers. Yeah, you look like $1 million. You smell like $1 million. You talk like $1 million according to how $1 million has been defined on this planet. But I'm seeing that the way that you just treated that valet person, no, I don't buy it. You are $1 wrapped in $1 million. But my heart is in the right place, so I recognize that. If my heart's not in the right place, I will get lost in the sauce. Oh, how many followers do you have? You have how many houses? Wow, you're so wealthy. How many degrees do you have? And you look great. You're actually really cute and blah, blah, blah. And you're speaking, you're eloquent. And all of a sudden you're being pulled away by your own making because you're allowing this in. Right? This is how these things work. When you're down here, you are susceptible to the effects that other people make. You're just living the effects of people's dreaming, including your own. If you believe these things to be authoritative in your life, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get swayed by it. But if you are in the right heart space, if you're in the right mind, and you have the right will, divine heart, divine mind, divine will, and you understand that down here you're practicing these things and you're constantly upgrading, you're constantly questioning and going back to yourself, then you also understand that you're in the best place that you can be. And you also understand that just because it's selling well or it looks good, what you believe to be looking good, by the way, is conditioning. Okay, all of this stuff, you're able to bypass it because you understand that your mind is sharing space with conditioning. So you need to bypass that so you can get to your conscious mind that is in alignment with the divine mind. And once you allow that divinity to come into your life, just by welcoming it, right, it will start to show you that which is not real. Trust me. Just trust me on it. Now, this doesn't mean you can't have fun, but what it means, I'll let you guys define what fun is because everyone has different thoughts about it. But what it does mean is that you will have a more clear idea of what fun is. The same way that when people start to, because I'm a Taurus moon, I love food. I don't care cordon bleu. I don't care who did what or did. If this does not taste good, I'm out. Don't invite me to a party where we're just having drinks and there's no food. You want to go out after work for drinks? Okay, but now we're at a place there's no food. Listen, you're wasting my time and I'm wasting yours. This can't go forward. I'll see you at work, on Monday. Maybe Tuesday because I need to recover from this. Right? But you have to understand that even me loving food and just loving it, I don't care what it does to my body. Just give it to me, right? I understand that the more that I heal myself, the more I change my mindset about things, unrelated to food, by the way. And I'm healing my traumas and my beliefs. And better said, I'm healing the beliefs that allow me to see certain life events in a traumatized way. I'm healing my emotional body, my sexual body, my mental body. When I'm working on all of those things and I'm getting rid of structures all over the place and I'm cleaning up my outside world because of what's going on in my inside world, I start to have less desire for things that were so good, but they were not good for my body. They were only able to be appealing to me because I was in an unhealthy state on the inside. So again, People, we're not out here saying you can't have fun, you can't drink this, you can't do that, you can't hook up here, you can't play video games all day long, although I know we would love to, right? You shouldn't eat smorgasbords, you shouldn't have charcuterie boards all day, every day, right? We're not saying you shouldn't go swimming in the ocean without your floaties, you shouldn't go skydiving. We're not saying you should do anything. All we're saying, keep it simple, get out of the drama that is created in this world, get out of the storytelling, get out, and get into yourself. 44 minutes, 22 seconds. How do you do that, Jay? Tell us. I have told you. Activate your heart. All right, 44 minutes, 33 seconds. How do I do that? Well, very clearly, you set the intention. Dear God, hey, I don't know if you real. Hey, universe, I don't know who you be. 44 minutes, 44 seconds. Angels, are you out there? Hello, starseeds, Arcturian guides. Do I have a spirit team, medical team? Hey, tree. Hello, Shiva. I don't care who you talk to, right? Higher self. Looking my two hands, I'm going to work with my two hands. Whatever you need to tell yourself is semantics. That's what we mean by getting rid of the drama. Get rid of the drama. It doesn't matter. These are labels, and labels will have you out of your mind. Just think my intention is to get healthy in my mind, spirit, body. I want to see clearly now, and then allow that. You're the creator. I want to see clearly now. I want to have a divine heart. The universe knows what that is. You're the confused one. So you start to ask and create. All right, so let's do some creating right now. Oh, what did I say? Like, pull a card. Okay, seeing beyond. Yep. All right. So all this is true. I don't know. But all I know is what I've been experiencing up until now. Meh. I think I can do better. All right, universe, you're up. Bring me divine love. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you or give you an idea of what I think it is, universe, because clearly I'm here asking for you to bring this in. All I'm going to do is get into a place of observation, and I'm just going to let that happen and see how it goes. And once these energies start to make themselves known to me, I'll do my due diligence to start practicing it. Suddenly I realize, oh, it's not loving to leave somebody on red for like 5 days, even though you're supposedly dating and you're supposedly like, what is that? How do I know it's not loving? It doesn't feel good. I'm constantly checking my phone. Now I'm a slave to this phone. Now I'm a slave to this person. But am I a slave to this person? No, because this is the person. And that's the phone. And that's the screen. And that's all that. What is this? Lack of self-love. Okay, well, I love myself. So I'm going to work on loving myself. Universe, show me what's good about myself. Love me, universe, so I can love myself. 47 minutes, 11 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and love myself in the best way that I think it means to love myself, taking steps first, and then the universe will meet you. But I invite you in to show me where I'm kind of off there, or I could actually experience more love. Suddenly, your schedule's getting busy. You're seeing different things. You look right instead of left. You go to pick up this card, and somehow you pick up this crystal. Oh, shoot, I wasn't even paying attention. Oh. The universe is saying, oh, this is beautiful. All of a sudden, now I have a new passion. The universe is like, that's love. Love is joy, 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 joy. If you're feeling joy and happy and ebullient at something, you're on to something. And now you're starting to do that. You're not waiting around for somebody to call you because your need was coming from a shadow. Now that you're working on loving yourself, let's say you finally see yourself in a better way now, somebody coming in with not giving you the attention that you need, your mind is clocking it differently. Now your mind isn't seeing that person doing the same thing as coveted, as something to wait for, as a point of pain, as a point of happiness. It's not even doing all that. It's just seeing clearly, oh, this person's not interested. All right. That's it. Or I'm not interested, right? So you see, your mindset will naturally change. That's why they say that all you need is a little bit of willingness, divine will. God, I don't know what I'm doing, universe, source, whatever, help me. In English, English is the kind of language that to have a complete sentence, all you need is a subject and a verb, meaning you need somebody who's doing an action, and then you need an action that is being done. That's why you can say, I eat, okay? And yes, some of you may be like, but eat is a complete sentence to eat. Yes, but there's an implication, right? We know that this is command language. Somebody is commanding someone else, so there's an implication there. But if you just say I, that's not a complete sentence. So I don't know where I was going with that. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody. But long story short, it's time to take control. You have to take control of your life. And if you are still in a place where you are still locating your destiny, whatever that is, your purpose, whatever that is, your mission, whatever that is, your service, whatever that is, your reason for being, whatever that is, we're in the land of semantics. If you're still locating all of that outside of yourself, you are still choosing to see a shade aspect of you. You're in control. And if you can't see that, that's understandable, because guess where you are? You're down here. But it behooves you to start to understand why you are in control and you can't see it. All right? Now, it's interesting because here we are under this moon in Libra. You know, Libra, God bless, it's all about relationships. You know, such a struggle, especially for me. I'm such a hermit. And, you know, I'm just literally all my major playing signs are just, we love being home. We love kicking it. We just love eating. Like, if you want to join us at the crib, you can. This is just the way I am. But here it is that the service that I do is, that I choose to do, by the way, stepping in, the service that I choose to do is something that brings out of me wonderful balance, right? Because it allows me and pushes me and forces me to connect with others in another way and to do what I love, which is working with spirit. Look at this Three of Cups. This is harmony. Harmony. When your heart is aligned with joy, you are so much closer to your divine heart. So follow your joy. When your mind is balanced with the heart and takes into consideration balance, we didn't even touch on balance, right? Because balance is so necessary, because you will misdefine self-love over and over and over and over and over and over again if you have not observed what self-love can look like and how distorted it can get. Is it self-loving to give you all of your time away to other people, or is it self-loving to pull yourself back and just be about yourself, or is it self-loving to be a mixture of both, or is it self-loving to be one way at some points and then the other? It's, you know, this is why we practice those things. But your mind should be focused on striking that balance. And we know Buddha always talked about moderation, right mind, right everything. And one of the ways to create balance in the mind state is to enlist the heart, compassion, right? Empathy, these things. So these things are actually working together. And then divine will. I would say divine will is like your divine intention. These are all upper chakra things, by the way. We are so used to talking about chakras 4, 5, 6, right? But when we get into the higher chakras, it gets even better. When we're used to also talking about 1, 2, 3, right? And then we get into 4, 5, 6, and then we get into 7, 8, 9, right? So what I'm trying to say is you're just looking at these from higher places. Once you put the divine before these things, that's when you start to bring in that quote unquote divine other, that divinity, that source, that timelessness, that oneness, that universality. And that's what we're really seeking. That's our home. That's our home base. But divine will the way I try to align, because I'm out here practicing too, is, simply we say, please God, for me, God, right? Please God, let my will be your will. And not like you need to be my will. Like, no, I'm saying I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying. I'm curious about what you think is worth my intention. So move me. Now you can get into that kind of language. Move me, so that I may step into divine accordance with your will, with the higher will. And even if you don't get stuck on the source or whoever you're talking to, look at the product. The end result that I'm envisioning is that I start to cultivate naturally intentions that speak to my highest joy and show up in my life as massive improvements. I'm allowing myself to be more at peace, to have more joy, to have more connection with others, to express what is really looking like love unconditionally, right? That's because my will is balanced with the divine will, which is not just about me and what I want, and it's not skewed about what other people want because I'm a people pleaser and this and that. It's divinity. And the beautiful thing about divinity is that it's at a higher perspective. So it sees all. And so when you're asked to be moved, because we're always being moved, until you move yourself, you're always being moved. But even you allowing yourself to be moved by other people is a choice, as the karmic board will happily let you know. The problem down here is you're moving to the beat of other people's marketing, their lies, their storytellings, their own misperceptions, their wounds that they just won't heal. But everybody's up here on Instagram and YouTube and all these other places, right? You have to have discernment. And you have that discernment when you step into your divine heart, your divine mind, and divine will to be moved in a way that is for the greatest good of all. Because that's what you secretly want. It's just like children. People are always like, oh, kids just want to have fun and they want to play and they want... No. If you understand children need structure. They crave structure. Because guess what? When they know that mom and dad expect them to be in bed by a certain time, now they're free to do whatever they want. They can rebel against it, they can have fun, but this goes into the back of their mind that I'm not out here unsafe in some nebulous place and now I have to fend for myself and I have to do this. No, that's why kids can go and be kids and have fun and explore and blah, blah, blah. The more that the parent or whoever is the structure giving set of people in their life, the more that they hold their space and hold the field for others, for the kids, then the kids can let loose. Now the kid doesn't have to be mommy and daddy because mommy and daddy aren't getting stuff done. Or they can't have fun because they see mommy sad or whatever, right? We're all down here. We all need to heal. We understand. But on this channel, we're just looking at what is. Now, notice I said the others, right? Because the guides were already telling me that when you have sacred service and you awaken to a certain degree and spirit is moving with you and you're in alignment, divine heart, divine mind, divine will, right? Now you can be a pillar. You can create a field. You can help hold the field. Because now you're a part of this lovely crystalline grid that is helping to just be an amazing conduit to raise the consciousness, raise the self-love, raise the whatever you want to put, the vibrations, the frequencies. And everybody can rise who's ready and willing, right? Because we can't force people to do something they're not willing to do or open to be doing or find appealing. And that brings us right back around to you living the life you want on some level, even though at the conscious level you're like, I hate this and I would never choose this for myself. Come see me. we will uncover together. Okay? All right? It's all about looking on the inside. What's going on? Look at this person looking out there. But look at all these places she could be looking into within herself. Okay? 2 of Cups. Spirit is saying verbatim, the good and evil thing is just a fancy way of saying shadow and light. And they operate in the same way. Whether it's some devil or some whatever whispering in your ear, which, there are things that, especially in the non-physical, we have people in the physical who do that too. It's called gaslighting. Right? But whatever, these energies can move in that alignment, and that should show you, if you see yourself being swayed in these ways by marketing, by certain things, politicians, things like that, right? I know everyone's gonna be like, Jonelle, whatever, right? When you are seeing yourself moving to the beat of someone else's fervor, someone else's research, someone else's someone else's whatever, their story, their reality, what you're doing is that you are allowing yourself to move to their stuff. But you have to vet them. Are they in their shadows or are they in their light? In this moment, are they operating from shadow or are they operating from light? Now, whoever you want to call that or attribute that to, at the end of the day, it is nothing but projections onto your field. Because those are forms. Now we're giving things names, and at the end of the day, it's you. What is your energetic structure on the inside? What is your blockage? What is your misperception? Your core misperception is always going to be a belief in separation. That's it. But now we're working lifetimes to try to see how that actually makes sense to us. It's like when people say, oh, only love is real. Okay, that doesn't do anything against this person who just broke into my house, home invasion style, and pistol whipped me. What does that have to do with anything, right? And now that's the reason why you can't see it, is because you're looking at a different level of the field. So you have to, down here, as the guides say, dip into this land of nightmares, or land of dreams rather, and yes, you're experiencing the effects of the dream and it feels real in your physical, but do not mistake it for reality. The same way you would not mistake a dream for the reality. The reality is at 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, you're just dreaming, okay? Because you're such a creator being, here you are. And Spirit is joining you in your dream to help you get out of it. And that's all that it is. Oh, shoot, look. Yep. That's our last card. The moon. But that which you dream, do not confuse with creation. When you are dreaming from a place of shadow, core belief, misbelief, which you are, because you're believing in separation. And how do you know that you're believing in separation? Because look where you are. You're down here and you're in the world of duality. You're in the land of form. You're in the land of meaning. You're so lost that everybody will look at this card and see different meanings. And then if you have ego attached, you will believe your meaning is right. And if you have hostility and anger attached, you will fight for your belief because you believe that yours should be right. And if you have malice in your heart, well, we've seen how that goes even further. So, long story short, ding, okay, wake up, and yeah. What do they say? Get out of my dreams, do, 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 do. Get into my heart, do, do, do. Yeah, but it's like you telling yourself. And so, that being said, we shall continue on, God is good, to alchemize this, to work, to heal you, to help you heal your perceptions. That's all. Helping, healing perceptions. I'm not healing you. I am a healer, but nobody heals you. We just assist you in awakening to that which you are being and you're not seeing. And last thing I want to say is the card right underneath. God is good. If that doesn't say divine will is next, we'll see when they start bringing that on. April? I don't know, maybe not. I do feel that we're going to start working on listening soon. So we're working right now on seeing, and we'll always continue to work on these things, but there's a special emphasis right now, especially in the year 2023, guys. They are not playing. It's time to enter into sobriety. And listen, who's setting these agendas? I don't know. Go talk to the planet Saturn that is now in the sign of Pisces. If that doesn't literally say, hey, we about to look at your perceptions, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. So Spirit is like, come learn with us. We're out here. I said we're out here because whatever's right. I don't know if they said that. All right, so I'm going to end here. Moon in Libra. Remember that, yes, no matter how many moons come, no matter what's happening, you are always only working on yourself. God is good. And if that should be your reason to stop blaming, then and stop choosing to see blame when there should be agency, yeah. Now, this doesn't mean that you should not tell your story. Please understand that telling your story is very important. Telling your story allows you to feel the feelings that you would rather deny. It allows you to break down and fly right into the face of the resistance that you may have had. And sometimes telling our story and feeling our feelings and experiencing the energies and the emotions that come along with this sense of victimization after, being privy to all of this harsh energy on this planet is so important. It has to happen. You have to grieve these things. You have to feel it. But you have to remember it is not your birthright. It is a cycle that you're going through. And it's a part of healing the emotional body. And in so doing, having this pain witnessed, one day you will realize, I feel witnessed enough. I feel like I've been seen. And I see myself now. And I know that Source sees me. And now I can start to make it mean something different. Right? So understand it's a part of the healing process. And you capitalizing on your discernment, big D, all right, you are going to know where you fit along this entire spectrum of healing. But today's transmission, God is good. I feel them pulling themselves back. Wait, I'm just kidding. Today's transmission, thank you guys, has been about calling you into greater alignment with yourself, for reals, which includes agency, volition, creativity, your creativity, sovereignty, responsibility, ownership, observation, right? And the list goes on. So if you'd like to work with me personally, you know exactly where to find me. Super sweet, super cute. And yeah, okay, bye. See you later.